guys, welcome back to This Ohio Farmhouse. Today we're going to walk you through the process of making a really simple beeswax candle. Okay, so right behind me I have a pot that I have made into a double boiler by just putting a bowl on the top of it. You're gonna wanna make sure that you put plenty of water inside so that it doesn't dry out and start burning your pan, because I've done that before. So then in the bowl, I'm going to add a pound of beeswax pellets and a half a cup of coconut oil. The purpose of the coconut oil is to make your candle longer lasting, and it's not gonna burn down nearly as quickly. So we wanna make sure that we get that added into the mix. Now, most of the time you can purchase beeswax in the pellet form. You can pick those up at Hobby Lobby or on Amazon. I'll throw a link up for you to grab some. But you can buy them typically in 1 or 2 pound bags. A 1 pound bag is gonna get us about 2 mason jars, like the small pint size version of a mason jar in a candle. So just so you know for reference how much you're going to need to get. So we took this and we wrapped the wick around a pencil. And
We're
then
trying to get it in the middle.
Right, we stuck it down in here. There's a tiny bit of wax that we put right down in the middle.
So it will harden and get, you know, settled in there.
Yeah, so it's hardening up. You can see it change in consistency when it starts to dry. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pour our wax right inside .
We were looking for candles at a crafts show, and we really couldn't find anything that we liked, or it had fragrances in it that we didn't really want, so we decided we'll make our own.
Really everything was garbage. I mean, everything had synthetic fragrances.
Yeah.
We typically diffuse essential oils, but sometimes you just like the coziness that a candle can offer. So we were looking all over at the craft show trying to find something, and everything just had synthetic fragrance in it. A lot of them are actually made out of soy, and I am really allergic to soy when I consume it, and I have a bad reaction when I smell it as well. So I wanted something that was made out of beeswax instead.
Yeah, and I'm allergic to a lot of fragrances. I constantly have to move if I'm like at church or something and somebody has perfume on, which is unfortunate.
It is. One of the most toxic things that you can actually put in your home though is a candle, because it puts off all kind of chemicals that really your body should not consume and breathing in. So
no, especially if you have asthma or...
Okay, well, before this one sets up, I'm going to add a few different essential oils. One of my favorite blends is just like a fall blend. I use cassia, which is really similar to, or some people say cassia, it's really similar to cinnamon. And then I have clove and wild orange. In order to get enough scent in these, I really probably need about 15 drops of each essential oil.
Which is why I think a lot of people who are crafting don't really try to use the essential oils, because it takes a little bit more, but it's gonna last, you know, longer, especially because you put the coconut oil in here. It'll make the candle burn longer.
Should last quite a while.
You know, I was thinking, what do I want to put in mine? But
if you use a diffuser, you really can get by with like 4 or 5, maybe 6 drops in your diffuser, and it will last for several hours. So really this is probably using up more oils than what that would, but sometime it's worth it.
It's worth it for a cozy candle.
All right, so that one is setting up right here. I'll go ahead and pour this in here, and then I need to get some more. I probably am gonna have to re-melt.
Yep, it hardened. You need to work fast.
Yep, so I'm gonna take this bowl out of here and just set my glass right down inside, and I'm gonna throw this back on the stove just for a minute. Okay.
Nice.
You're setting up. I mean, really, if I knew that candle making was that simple,
Right.
I think I would have jumped on that bandwagon. I think we spent more time looking for candles by far than what it took us
Actually,
to just
for several years I
borrow.
looked for them. You know, every time I would be out at a craft shop or store or whatever, I would look and yeah. A lot
Super
easier than
simple.
I thought.
So we'll put some links in the description of some of the stuff that you can buy, because you're gonna need some beeswax pellets and some wicks that you put in the middle. But really, other than that, it's just some essential oils. Hopefully you have some on hand. If you need some of those, we can put a link to that as well. But I think that's about it. Super simple. Next week, we're gonna show you how to make wax melt in a wax warmer.
Yeah.
So we have those, but I was having horrible allergic reactions to like the typical ones that you put in there, and I needed a solution. So we're gonna make some healthier versions of that as well and keep the toxicity out of your house. So I think that's all. So thanks for watching. We're gonna see you next week on This Ohio Farmhouse.